Hey guys, so we're gonna have a lot of fun today. We're gonna start a new series of some microphone comparisons so it gives you a better idea of, maybe which microphone within the Warm Audio family fits the sound you're looking for in various things. So we're gonna start the series with drums. Today, for example, we've got the lovely WA-251 and overheads. But then we're gonna roll side by side with the 84, with the 14, some other stuff. We're gonna do the same thing with tom-toms, room mics, we've got pianos coming up. It's a lot of fun stuff that's gonna help you hopefully narrow down the sound you're looking for and improve your own recordings.
I saw me standing in a white dress underneath the sunset, saying I do and you do, but now I'm just sipping on a champagne, lonely with the same name, thinking about you and how you.
All right, so in the control room, I'm using pretty minimal processing. I want to give you guys a really good, clean indicator of what the microphone sounds like by itself without any studio magic. And I think that's going to be what you need to help you make your decision. So I'm going to provide multi-tracks for you guys. So you guys will be able to download these, hear them in your own room on your own speakers, and I think it'll help you make some great decisions. So I have the WA-73 on kick drum as the snare drum as well, top and bottom. Just a little bit EQ, not much. For compression on the kick, I have the WA-2A tube compression. You can see that the meter's moving just a little bit. And on the snare drum top, I have the WA-76, and we're just barely tickling it a little bit. And everything else is going through WA-412s, no EQ whatsoever. The toms, both toms, the hi-hat, the overheads, as well as the room are WA-412s. So no EQ, no compression on the rooms, the overheads, raw sounds for your ears.
Promises you swore you would keep, but maybe it's my fault for falling into deep.
Okay, we're starting today with the WA-251 large diaphragm tube microphone based on a vintage design. I've used these on overhead several times. They sound great. You're gonna hear really nice air and sparkle to the high end. But based on the large diaphragm and the tube structure, you're going to hear some nice sustain too, so pay attention to that when you listen. I'd also like to shout out this incredible sounding drum kit. This is a WFL3, William Ludwig III drum kit based on the vintage poplar maple 3-ply shell. Sounds unbelievable. We have ambassadors with no dampening whatsoever on the tom, so they're just really singing the snare drum. We're not muting this guy hardly at all. We're just letting him go. This is a beautiful mahogany drum that William makes. The cymbals, we got some Zildjian Ks. So it's stuff that, it's gonna have a nice, mid-range tone to the cymbals, nothing too sparkly or too dark. The drums, you're gonna have a nice attack, but you're also gonna have some nice sustain, which I think is really what you're gonna need to hear in these examples. All right, Garth, let's hear it. All right, guys, so I've switched to the WA-87 condenser mic, large diaphragm condenser mic on overheads. This is a longtime favorite of mine as well. The reason it really works is it's a pretty neutral mic. It doesn't have a lot of extended top end, let's say like the 251 does, which, the 251 makes cymbals and stuff sound amazing. But what this microphone does, because it's a little bit, let's call it neutral in a frequency response, you can pretty much dial just about throughout the day whatever the drummer throws at you, whether it's an aggressive rock thing, a jazz thing, a ballad, some bright upbeat poppy thing. You can make these microphones match any song that you come across. You can add a little high frequency content, if you want to, but it's neutral enough that it's just going to be, a good sounding safe microphone on drums just about any day you want to use them. All right, we're getting ready to hear the WA-84's small diaphragm condenser mic. This is absolutely one of my favorite overhead microphones that I've ever heard. What you'll find with small diaphragm microphones, a lot of times I've erred on the side of large diaphragm because small diaphragms, especially the less expensive transformerless models, they're just very, very spiky, and it just is a very unpleasing sound to my ears. Whereas these, because this big old beefy heavy transformer on the back end, which barely fits into the microphone, I'm told, it's a very warm, very smooth sound that you're gonna like. All right, for overheads, I've just switched to the WA-14. I've used these on a lot of records. They're a fantastic microphone for overheads. Really, they're just a great workhorse. You can throw these things on just about anything and they're gonna sound great. The circuit they're based upon, is classic, just like these guys are for being great on just about anything. Really, there's almost not an instrument that you can't throw these things on and they work. On the drums, you're gonna notice it's got a nice top end, but there's some bottom end fullness. You'll listen for the resonance of the tom-toms and you'll hear what I'm talking about. All right, so finally I have the WA-47 tube microphone. It's a large diaphragm condenser microphone. I have it on the overheads. I haven't actually got to try this microphone on a drum kit in this situation yet, so I'm really excited to hear it. It's got, the signature of this microphone is it's soft but sweet high end, very warm, thick, lower mid-range. So I'm excited to hear what it does to the cymbals and especially like the sustain of the tom-toms. I think it's gonna be really cool. All together now! 1, 2. All right, guys, as always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Remember that if you don't already, follow Warm Audio on all their social media pages and give them a big shout out for all this great content that they're providing. If you don't, also follow me on my own social media at In The Mix with Joe Carrell. Now here is Tasji Bachman singing White Dress.
When we met for the first time, the set forever. And I knew from the first kiss we were going all in together. You were a piece of my heart, and I was dreaming too far. I saw me standing in a white dress underneath the sunset, saying I do and you do, but now I'm just sipping on a champagne, only with the same name, thinking about you and how you broke all of your promises you swore you would keep. But maybe it's my fault for falling in too deep. I saw me standing in a white dress, now there's only regrets for thinking about that white dress. Had the colors picked out, memorized my vows, would suffer better. We were gonna wake up, fly out to Jamaica, but now we'll never. You tore me into it, saying I do. But I'm just sipping on a champagne, lonely with the same name, thinking about you and how you broke all of your promises you swore you would keep. But maybe it's my fault for falling in too deep. I saw me standing in a white dress, now there's only regrets for thinking about that white dress.